Okay, we have our first real test and our little bit of logic. Let's now add our linter called standard into our workflow. So the best practice for node modules is to define your tests in the test field in the package JSON. Currently, it will fail if we run it. Because we haven't specified any tests. So let's define our test suite here. We're first going to run standard, and then we're going to run mocha. That's it. Okay. And now if we run the npm test again, it's going to lint, and it's going to fail automatically if the linter fails. So let's fix our code step by step. I tend to omit these spaces, but standard warns me, so I'm going to add them here and here. Okay, we have some globals from mocha, and standard is failing because they are not defined anywhere. We can fix this, but by specifying globals at the top of our file. So here we are using before each, describe, and it. And we also have a space issue here. Okay, if we run it now, it should pass. Or not, sorry, npmt. Okay, and it passed. Let's add everything and commit our changes. Start linting our code with standard. Okay, now that we have done it, let's move on with our tests. Let's look at our README again, and we can see that we expected our machine to accept transitions or transition definitions. So it's a good idea now to test for this kind of behavior. Let's write another test for this. It transitions from state to state with trigger. Okay, let's copy everything as always. So we have defined our transitions, and after this, the state should be confirmed. Okay, and now if we run our tests again, they should fail. Okay, let's fix this. It's not really clear what's happening. Well, the test said cannot set property confirm of undefined, which is happening because transition 4 is undefined here. So we are going to define that property on our public methods. and it's going to be an empty object again. If we run our tests again, sorry, it fails with another error telling us that trigger is not a function. So let's define function. And run our tests again. Oh, we have a linting issue now. Oh, again, this spacing. So this is now failing because the state is not changing. Let's fix that. So this trigger function is going to accept transition name. And once we get the transition name, we're going to transition from our current state to the transition that is specified before. So let's do that. This is going to get this object, and then we have to specify our current state to get to this key and save the ending state as our current state. So our current state is this, and our ending state is this. If we run our test again, they should pass, but we have our linting issue again. And they pass. So now let's commit our changes again. Add logic for transitioning from state to state. Okay, great.